Ouch, I just hit my elbow. Hey guys, it is great to see you back on my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Shelby. I normally make booktube videos, but since the emergence of this new community, I guess I'm now part of AuthorTube as well. Obviously today I have the AuthorTube Newbie Tag, if you couldn't tell from the title of the video or the thumbnail which you clicked on. Thanks for being here and hi. I want to say this in the beginning, I'm so thankful for the emergence of this new community. I feel like it was just a matter of time until this popped up. I've always been referring to writing videos as just writing videos, or I've heard it been referred to as WriteTube, but AuthorTube is good enough anyways. Cam makes a great point. He made a video, Cam from Wolfshot Publishing, on the difference between being a writer and being an author, and I think that's a really important point to make, and I'm kind of sad that it wasn't called WriteTube, but hey, I'll take it anyways. Yeah, so let me just get into the tag before I ramble on for over half an hour. Question 1, how did you find out about AuthorTube? And like I mentioned before, I saw Cam's video. I don't think he actually did the tag, but he did talk about AuthorTube. So I saw his video, and I also saw Clara Reads Books video, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna make one of those videos. That's how I found out. Question number 2 is, what genres do you write in? I typically always have a pull towards fantasy, but I don't really constrain myself, like I'm not only ever going to write fantasy. That's just usually how it happens. Question 3 is, what is your preferred writing tense, point of view, and category of story? Children's, YA, NA, adult, etc. My preferred writing tense is probably present tense. My favorite point of view, or preferred point of view, I would say is third person. I don't really write in first person. I feel like it's a little bit limiting, but I do write in first person sometimes, but I prefer third. For a category of story, I typically write adult and not really young adult or new adult, just because I don't know actually. I don't know why, but it's not like I won't ever write that. I just typically write adult. Question 4 is, are you a plotter, a pantser, or a plantser? Someone I just watched, I think it was Ben Sanders, just pointed out that Rachel Stephen created a video on using these labels and how it can be a bit dangerous. I agree with you, Ben, and I did watch Rachel's video when she did post this. I think it was a little bit before NaNoWriMo, but I feel like labeling yourself kind of puts a restraint on you, so I don't really say that I'm either of them. So yeah, I guess that's my answer. Question 5 is, are you self-published, published, or yet to be published? I am yet to be published. I did write an essay about this is gonna be funny. I wrote an essay about the Harry Potter generation and what Harry Potter means to me, and it is being included as a part of a bunch of students' essays, and they're going to be published in a Harry Potter generation book, which should be published next year, I believe. I can't remember if it's May or June, but yeah, so I'm going to have an essay published. And in terms of scientific writing, I have helped write some scientific writing, but that's in the field of psychology, so that doesn't really count. So technically, I am yet to be published. I hope one day I become published, though. I think that's the goal of a lot of people on AuthorTube. I mean, if they already aren't published. Question number 6 is, what publishing company, literary agent, and or printing company are you represented by or use? And if you're not yet published, which is me, what is your dream publishing house and or literary agent? And I honestly couldn't answer this question because I just don't know enough about it. I would have to research it more, and I think that when I was younger, being published by like Scholastic was my dream, but now that I'm a bit older, honestly, I think the idea of any huge publishing house publishing me would be freaking awesome. Question number 7 is, what AuthorTube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? Well, now that this is an actual thing, and now that I've actually gone through an entire month of filming my NaNoWriMo progress, whether it was successful or not, I feel like I'll be doing a little bit more writing vlogs, and then hopefully I will start to create videos that are a little bit more on the creative side and take some of my poems, collect some footage that relate to those sort of emotions that I'm portraying through my poems, and then create a visual representation of my poems, which I'm kind of excited about. I've always thought about doing that, but yeah, it's something that I hope to do soon. Question number 8 is, when did you start writing? I honestly have been writing small stories and short stories since I could write. I remember I used to go to work with my mom when I was younger, and she would just like sit me down at a little table and give me a bunch of paper and pens and I don't know, everything. So I would do this thing where I would get these papers and I would fold them in half and staple them like a mini book. And I remember my very first book, I was cleaning out the garage like a month ago and I found it, and it was like a tiny book, honestly smaller than a business card, and it was a book about me, and it had like little stick figure drawings and little writing in it, but it's like, I honestly can't remember the first time that I've written. So yeah, I've been writing forever. I guess that's the best way to answer this question. Question number 9 is, what was the first story you ever wrote? Probably that one book that I found, that tiny little book about me, but I guess that doesn't typically count. I do remember after the first couple of Harry Potter movies came out, I was obsessed with the Weasley twins, and I didn't know back then that I was writing fan fiction, but I guess I kind of was. I used Oliver and James as the main characters in my book, and I wrote a short story about them. Thinking about it now, that was probably the first story I've ever written. I wrote it on a typewriter and it was just like terrible, but I guess that's how I'm gonna answer this question. I mean, I've written a lot of other short stories before that, but this one for some reason is begging me to be answered in this video. Question 10 is, what authors have inspired your writing the most? Speaking of Harry Potter, I have to give credit to J.K. Rowling. After reading her stories in the series of Harry Potter, honestly, I was taken aback at how well she was able to create characters that related to so many people in this world. And I feel like I owe her a lot of credit, realizing that storytelling and writing and books in general have such a huge impact on people is a lot of what has inspired me to use writing as an outlet. So I guess that's how I'm going to answer this question. But other than that, I would have to say I really enjoyed reading The Chronicles of Narnia when I was younger, C.S. Lewis, and I really liked Terry Pratchett's writing. I remember reading this one book he wrote, The Wee Free Men, and it was about this girl, Tiffany Aching, and I fell in love with it. Like, I would paint pictures of her. But yeah, his writing was just really inspiring. Question 11 is, do you schedule your writing sessions or simply get to writing whenever you can find the time? And for this one, aside from November, where I have NaNoWriMo and I literally schedule myself to write every day, I usually just bring around my notebook. I carry it with me everywhere so that in case I come up with an idea or something that I literally need to write down, because if I don't, I will forget it. Like, I literally will forget if I don't write it down. I just typically write when I can find the time. Sometimes I'm more motivated than other times, and so I just kind of go with the flow. There will also be some times where I don't have access to my journal. I'm out with friends, like out at night, like at a bar or something, and I'll have my phone and I'll write a small poem on the notes of my phone, and I just keep it there, and later if I feel like it, I will upload it to my computer or transfer it or whatever. Question 12 is, do you type on a computer typewriter or write everything by hand or use a blend of all of those? And where do you write in general? I typically like to write at my desk when it's NaNoWriMo. I feel like I have a designated area for writing. I have a beautiful window in front of me with a very nice view, and it just gives me a sort of atmosphere that I like. Other than that, I do type everything on my computer. Whether I do write notes in my journal, I eventually type them up on my computer so that I have them there. Or if I have them on my phone, I put them on my computer. So I guess the best answer is I write on my computer. No, I guess the best answer is a blend, and I usually write at my desk Although I don't constrict myself, if I do feel motivated or inspired at any point, I write wherever I am. And question 13, what are you most looking forward to now that you're a part of AuthorTube? I feel like that's AuthorTube congratulating me, like, yay, you made this video, you're part of AuthorTube. I'm most excited about finding more people as being a part of AuthorTube. I don't know, I'm excited about seeing this community grow and expand. And I'm really, really excited to get to know more people that make awesome videos. I think I have already gone through probably every single person's video that has done this tag. It's so easy for me to discover new writers. I'm also excited because I feel like this will help me open up in my writing a little bit more and be able to share more of my work publicly and just be a little more confident in sharing with others about my writing process and my writing in general. So yeah, I'm just overall excited. But thank you guys so much for watching if you're still here. I'm excited to make more writing videos and I'm excited to see more videos. So if you guys have done this tag and I haven't already commented on your video, which I probably have, and if you think you're thinking of doing this, please comment down below so I can check it out because I'm just super excited to make more writing friends. Thank you guys again so much for watching. The light is leaving now, so I should probably stop filming. Until next time, guys, happy writing and happy reading. Bye.